Welcome back, everyone, to episode 6 of the town of Cheeseburg. Today I'm going to do something about our unemployment rate, because it's rather high there. I guess we got more people in here than we got jobs, and so I'm going to start adding industries out here. And before I do that, I got to swap this dirt road out for a proper highway. And I think the easiest way to do that will be to use various mods and such. We select our 3-lane highway. And we're going to replace. I want to put these up in the air. I want it to be a raised highway. Couple reasons, one of which is it's easier to get rid of later on in the game without destroying the rest of your town that you build around it if it's at ground level. And the second, of course, being up in the air, you can pass roadways underneath it and train tracks and paths and all that stuff. It just keeps it up out of the way. So I'm going to make it elevated. First, we just replace them all. All right. Now to get it up in the air, I'm going to use the Move It mod. Select just nodes. Hold down the shift key so I can add to the selection here. Right. And I'm just going to put a reference. I'm going to use the up and down keys. I'll get it up to where it looks like a decent height anyway. Yeah, I think that'll do. And let's see. Next thing I need to do is sort of straighten it out a bit. Got all these little humps going on here. I'm just eyeballing it. Don't want to get rid of all of them. We are going over terrain here. Should look a little natural. Try not to go down with it, with the height too much. Sort of fall along here. Yeah, I've got another little dip here that could stand to go up. Just to smooth it out. Another little dip. I know I'm not insulting you. I'm not calling you a dip. You are a dip. Maybe a better word is a depression. All right. I'd say that's fairly good. Now, you may ask, what about the other lanes? The other direction? I'm going to use one of the mods. Network multi-tool. Create parallel mode. And what you can do there is you click on the start point of what you're going to be following here. This has a certain range to it where you can't really go pass. You can see it's red there. Red there, but not there. So I can go that far with it. So I'm going to click on that. You see our little road here is on the wrong side. If you look at your menu over there, directions, it defaults to the tab key for switching sides. I had to remap that to the period key, where it says press period to switch creation side. I'm going to hit period, move it to the other side, and now I want to offset it a little bit. Use the minus or equal keys to offset it. And I like 24, and just remember that for the next section. Hit enter, and it is done. And I will do the same for the remainder here. Select that node, come down to here, period key, equal key a couple times to get to 24, and enter. You see these ends joined up already, so good to go there. Turn that mod off, and then you see we got a nice road. It follows all of the undulations. That's why I adjusted the heights as I went along there. So the duplicate is truly a duplicate. Yeah, looks good. All right, now we're gonna do something about this here junction. We're gonna replace it with a proper clover leaf. A lot of people slag off the cloverleaf as not a very good intersection. But I think if you're doing your job correctly and keeping traffic down, it's pretty good. The improvement to the cloverleaf is the turbo intersection. But what that does is really lengthens the on and off ramps in a circular fashion, so that if there is a backup, you just got more room within the junction to store those backed up cars. Of course, the real trick of the game is not to have backups. Backups are a failure of something. Anyway, here's our old classic vanilla cloverleaf. And I am going to put it just like that. And wonder why I'm using a cloverleaf. If you're going to go to all the trouble of putting in a junction here, even though you only need 3-way, just having these stubs already there for expansion into this area means you don't have to tear this all out and start all over again on it. Pretty simple, really. Let's see, how is this thing shaping up? Yeah, it's running downhill a little bit there. I'm going to adjust that. I get both of those selected? Didn't think so. Okay, I want to adjust those up to there. There we go. Yeah, it's a little neater. One of the other things I like to adjust on this clover leaf is the bridge. You have all these merging areas and off ramps, but you only have one node up here in the center. That's one of the downsides of this particular model of the cloverleaf. You only have one node where people can, if you do lock off your lanes, only one node where they can switch. And I like to expand this. It does tend to make the rise up and the rise down of the bridge a little steep, but are we still straight? I think so. Right, we've got our pillars here right next to the edge of the road, and now we're going to add a couple of nodes. And then raise these up so that they're the same height, so it's flat on top. Like so. Didn't get any pillars there, but that's all right. We can do something about that. I don't know if those are props or segments, but you can select those and copy them over to here. Like so. Alright, that's not exactly even over on that side. Yeah, it's not a game for OCD people here. It's not perfect. I don't know what I'm going to do. Alright, let's add in, get these connected back up here. And do that, and ground level. I want to sort of go this way. And then it's a little snaky. It's not really ideal. You gotta straighten those out later. Yeah, it's janky. What are you gonna do? Okay. Never forget to tie off your loose ends until the time you're going to use them. Gives them a place to turn around here. Makes it a roundabout, so to speak. And let's see, we're going to add in... Going to raise up. And let's make it gentle, shall we? Okay. Yeah, and this little thing is gonna bug you if they're not perfectly aligned, right? Everything must be perfect. Alright, I think what we gotta do is raise that up a bit. Might as well use the correct tool for the job, right? The slope tool. Alright. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's just fine. It's just fine. Alright, one of the things, one of the downsides of this cloverleaf is that The lane mathematics aren't correct on it. And we need to repair that. Select the 2-lane highway. Ground level. Replace. And here's our mathematics. We got a lane going off there with the arrow. 2 arrows. We only want that lane to do one thing. That is go off. Everywhere where one's going off, one's coming on. 3 to 2 to 3. Basically, it's all of those lanes there. And also we want to set up on the merging side of things. You don't have to worry too much about the diverging side, but merging side, you want to keep everybody in their lane for a little bit anyway, especially in this junction. The game has a nasty habit of, if you leave this to their own devices, even though you have it marked off like this with separate lanes, sometimes these guys merging will cross immediately over to the 3rd lane, blocking up traffic here. And these guys over here will cross over to this lane. So we want to select that node and hit Control S. This says, everybody stay in your lane till the next node. Then you can make your decisions. And we do that for all the merging nodes here. And that's Control S. Right. And I think I'll show, since I've, this is the sort of thing I would do right when I put it in, but you can later on, if you want to make everything look pretty, these tools will help you do that. The node controller tool here. Notice how our lanes sort of shift over. In other words, this guy's going to come and make a little jog there because this lane's not lined up over on this side with this. You can straighten that out with the node controller tool. Click on that and you use your shift key and your from and to. You do the one you want to move first, and then where you want to move it to second. You see it pops it out there. Same tool you can use to straighten out those angles on the nodes. Same thing you do up here. Select from to. Straighten out the angles. And now you see you got a straight shot there. For these lanes, they don't have to do any jogging or anything. And the next thing, great tool you can use. I haven't used it yet in this playthrough, but this is a really nice thing to have for when you're really done building your town and you want to really make it look pretty. This thing allows you to complete your roads, so to speak. You've got these big gaps here like this because it's a node and it doesn't know where to draw the lines. This tool here, the intersection marking tool, will allow you to pretty that up. Click on that and it shows you points that you can draw lines to and from. This one here, that's going to be a solid line. See, it has all these different versions of that line you can make. You can, tree line it, whatever. In our case, it's just a solid line. From here to here, there's a dashed line that defaults to that. Notice the dash doesn't exactly line up with these dashes. It's not the same frequency, same length, same width. All of that stuff you can adjust here. You can see your space length. You can roll your mouse key, the dash length, the width. See how wide the white line is. You can make it wider. You can make it skinnier. Very powerful tool. For prototyping, I don't worry too much about going too deep into that. We have another, see, this will be a solid line. Where this lane is sort of the end of that lane there. So we'll set that to solid. From here to here is solid. And from here to here is solid. And now there's a extra one we can add here to here. And that'll be solid. And you can even fill this area up if you hold the control key. No, not the control, alt. See where it says the little menu, helpful menu pops up there. Help you remind. That's a really nice design of this tool, because you always have a hard time remembering which buttons to press. But having a pop-up menu like that when it's waiting for your input, that's great. So you hold the alt key and all the dots turn red like that. You can choose this, choose that, come back around, and you just made a filler. And you have various variations of what you can fill up your interior area with. I usually use the chevron, but you can even go as far as making pavement like this and adjusting the height of it. Just really cool. And you know, it's got the same thing with grass, gravel. Ruined.
Ruined, 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 dumbass. Oh, Brian, don't be cruel.
Cliff. It's just rocks. This is changing the texture on it. They give you all sorts of controls on it. Curb. Add a curb to it. Very nice looking. You can round off the edges like so. Really nice. And you can offset it from the lines that you've drawn. So you can shrink it, make it within the lines, without the lines. But we are going to use chevron. Just paint it on the ground there. And you can rotate it. Right now the chevron, I think you can rotate 90-degree increments, I think it is. And here, no, actually it's not 90 degree, it's by points. You have 3 points where you can start your chevron drawing from. So I rotated it around so it looks like this. And it looks fine. I think usually when you do that, it shows a direction flow of traffic. That's like arrows pointing in that direction. I think you want it that way. If you wanted to revert it, you can invert it so it's pointing the other direction. And you change the colors of them too if you wanted. But all in all, there you see, we got a really nice junction going on there. You can move these lines around. You can see they don't quite match up. And it says drag with control to move. So I shall. Mouse very gently. On this one here. Like I said, if you're OCD, this is great. You could spend hours and hours and hours going through and doing this to all of your junctions. See this one here. After you went through all that work, you don't want to have to do that on each one. You can go and make a preset out of this and then just load it in. I think I've got some presets already in there. Maybe not. I reloaded my game. Save it as a preset anyway, and you can just go through and This one you can put back over here without making any changes to it. Just rotating it so that it's the correct orientation. And you don't have to redraw it over and over again. Looks like we got some kind of weird node going on down here. All right. And tidy that up a little bit. There you go. All is right with the world, right? Okay, that is done. We got people coming into town on the freeway here. Back that off a little bit. I think tying into this road here, we'll use a standard 6-lane road. Let's see, with parking, you don't want parking. Parking sucks. You can always turn it off, I suppose, but decorative grass. Yeah, why not? Okay. This thing would stand to come up a little bit just to make things work better. Right, and we're gonna attach that down there like that. Now we gotta see if I can get this guy to come around here. I think we're gonna have to manhandle it to get in there. Like that. And we need to move this over so it sort of splits the difference. Smooth that out a bit. And let's see, do we have too many nodes here? I think we'll keep this one, match that up. Really manhandling this road in here. The game says no, and I say, to hell with you. This is what I want to do, so I'm going to do it. Stand to be spread apart a little bit here. All right, let's see if we can make that mess look a little bit better here. Okay. And in order to make this look better, it's going to require some tweakage. Go from here to here to here to there. From here, there, to there, to there. Okay, this is where the node thingy really comes in handy. Why is it? Oh, I see, okay. We'll do this and we're going to select slope. Same thing here. Slope. This one here. Slope. There you go. It almost looks Like something you would see in real life. Almost. Yeah, question, do I want to have that coming off at an angle like that? Or would it be better straight and have this adjust to that? Yeah, I think that's better. Alright. Make this look a little nicer. Pretty much have to keep them spread apart like that. Let's make sure we don't have anything like a traffic light there, which we did. I do have to fix up this. And this one. Alright. Now we can go through and make sure the intersection is marked off correctly. People aren't stopping. You just go through, And I have no crosswalk. Go through. I'm not going to allow them to choose their lanes here. Going to be petty like that. You got areas like this, they like to make U-turns there. And I'm not going to allow them to do that. Control S that, and everybody's got to stay straight until they reach another node. Make up their minds about where they want to go. Alright, that's all connected. Great. Now, let's put in some place for our people to work. I think this is where I want the ore mining to go. So I am going to put one of my favorite junctions in here. Get rid of that. Select something to do with Crossroads. Let's see. I think I want the more industrial type 4-lane road. Problem is that one comes with parking. I hate roads, main roads like that with parking. It's a pain. Don't know if there's parking on that one. Probably is. I'm looking at the right-hand lane there. There's extra space. Trees. That has parking space. Let's try this one. Don't really care for the trees being here. It is, after all, a industrial area. I don't know why it does that. Oh, that's why I did that. Wrong type of selection. It's always like that. Nodes. Okay, that's level. What we're going to do here is make a Crossroads to build a traffic circle off of, so most of this roads are going to be gotten rid of anyway. I don't know why it's all weird. nodes. All right, let's just sort of make the whole thing down a little bit. We are sort of building on a slope here. Wonder if I should really terraform this, probably. Usually we would build a traffic circle. You want it to be pretty flat. And if you're going to go to all the trouble of building a traffic circle, probably go to the trouble of leveling out the land around it. Smooth it out. All right. And now we're going to put the traffic circle in. I mean roundabout. Use the roundabout mod. Slick highway, which is the 3-lane road we're looking at. And I probably want to make this a largish circle. If you anticipate lots of traffic, the bigger, the better. Okay. And now I'm going to brace it because it tends to lose its shape when you add nodes to it, doing all sorts of weirdness. One advantage of making it big like this is these intermediate nodes are already added. We're going to be using those as landing points for our on and off ramps. Now we can get rid of those stubs there. And now we can reconnect always a pain in the butt where the pillars are going to land. I think I'm going to anarchy it. And if a pillar is in the middle of a road, I'll just move it. What say you to that? Yeah, that's fine. You know, no pillar in the middle of a road. It's all fine. You have a little dip here. Once again, not insulting. Just stating the obvious. All right. Now I'm going to use this thing here. The control click, set up our roundabout. Shift control click. Boom. Actually, I should have done that after I did my ramps, but it's all right. Only got 2 ways on right at the moment, and they're both set up correctly. All right, now ramps. Let's see how far up do I want to go? I want it to be curved. See if we got the matching nodes here. Might as well use them. Turn that off. Got room to play with here, so might as well make those longer, so they're not quite as steep as they usually end up. Okay. As usual, it sort of doesn't make them a nice slope. I'll go through later on and straighten them out with the tool here. They'll work for now. Let's make sure everything has stayed correct as far as ons and offs goes. Shift control click. There we go. It added in the new ones. Yield coming on. Yield coming on. It's fine. Yield coming on. Yield coming on. Yield coming on. Now I'm going to go through and take off this crosswalk. Choose lane. Choose lane. That means go on through, which is what we want. Choose lane. No cross. Go through. Choose lane. No cross. Choose lane. No cross. Cross. Lane. Go through. Okay. And if you really want to get fancy with your lane mathematics, once again, on this traffic circle, you don't need 3 lanes there. Because you got a lane going off, lane coming on. You can turn this down to a 2 lane. 1 going off, 2 lanes. 1 coming on, 3 lanes. Like so. Alright, this area is all set up. Now, let's put in our mining facility. And I'm gonna have to mark off the area where there's ore, because if you look on the overhead map, there's nothing there. I don't know if that's because I had like unlimited ore and oil selected, or maybe the 81 tile mod. But you can't see where your area is. You can do that with painting it in. We'll pretend like the ore was always there for the taking. Let's choose this. This. And let's run that up into there. Great. Now our side roads will be the small 4-lane. Yeah, let's see. I want to go out 20. Let's go up. Like so. It'll do. I think I probably want to smooth that out a bit. Don't want to get rid of the terrain entirely. We can smooth out the lumps in the roads here a little bit. No excuse for untidiness, right? Alright, that's a nice little area there. Now we've got to mark it off as an industry area. Oriental region, that's odd. Okay, I'm going to put down all the various items we're going to need to extract ore. At the ore industry main building, we'll put that off of the main drag. Try to keep that main drag clear so the trucks can get in and out without everything going to hell. Okay, you got the barracks. We have a maintenance building. Let's see how. I see it's got to go up against the road. Put it right there. Mines. Well, let's go right for the large. A couple of these monsters out here. Yeah, it says slope too steep, of course. But we can remedy that. One place where terraforming sort of makes sense and looks good. We'll select that there. Go in. Do another one over here. Now you place that big old bucketer in there like that. Looks like it's been chewing away. Yeah. Eating away at the mountain. Doesn't it look nice? Industries, gotta love it. Alright, what else we got here? Right. Our various mills and what have you. See, the entrance to that was there, so I'll put the entrance to that there. Glass manufacturing plant. It's got to go in like that. And we got this big monstrosity rotary kiln. Will it fit in there? Oh, it's too darn big. Alright, stick it over there. What's this? Fiberglass plant. Okay, it goes lengthwise. So, that there. Now we need a bunch of storage. We'll put sand down here and we'll put ore over here. Slope too steep. I swear.
Oh, you're no fun anymore.
So we can smooth that out a bit. Gonna let me put them in there now. Oh, you bastards.
Again, ice holes.
Okay. Be that way. Slope too steep, slope too steep, slope too steep. That'll do. Get rid of that one. Oriental Ore Group. That's an interesting name for this facility. Alright, and we're going to need some storage for our various raw materials that's going to happen. Ore storage, metals, and glass. Our ore storage are these big guys here. And that's our sand, which will be for the glass. So we need to have some warehouses. Raw mineral storage. Outside. That could be done outside. Let's do some regular warehouses here. See, we need glass. Okay. Yeah, they're minerals. They can be stored outside. Heck. Balanced. So I'll leave them on balance for the time being. Glass. Metals. There's nothing else really there. Glass and metals, yep. Right, these are ore storage, so that'll take care of our ore storage. Okay, this area is almost done. We need some services. The word I'm looking for. Come on, brain, work. Let's see, where's a good place for these services? Better down on the main road. Next to the front office. And let's see, what else we need here? Fire. Security. Don't call the police there. Alright. That's all they need other than some way for the people in town here to get out here. So I think I need to add another simple bus line here. Let's move it from close to where we are at here in town. Hard to get it to create new line. Right, going up out of town. Going up here. We should stop in front of the barracks. Yeah, let's probably go up this way and around. Okay, back into town. Complete line. Okay. Don't know how that stop got over there, but ours is not the reason why. Let's see if we can move this over onto the main drag here. I think that just got rid of one of my lines, didn't it? I don't know. I don't know what's happening. It's all so funky. May have to tear those bus lines apart and redo them just to get them going into shape. Okay, we got traffic. We've got power. Got to get power out there. Don't give me that slope too steep. Crap. I got you. Slope too steep right here. Slope too steep. You're underground. What the hell does the slope have to do with it? I swear. I hope that covers that plant. Kind of a huge plant. Okay. We got water, we got power. We have, since we haven't been running it, none of that has changed, so let's run it, see what happens here. Turn off when you close the menu. And let's speed her up here. Not enough educated workers there. And our traffic coming in and out here. It's all moving fine there. Why I like these types of junctions. They're really efficient. People going through, they don't have to deal with the circle at all. Thing we got to watch out for here is since our cargo train stations down here. A lot of the trucks from here are going to be coming down here to drop their load off, which may increase the traffic in that loop to the point where it's not going to work anymore. Well, let's turn this back up to daytime. So far, it's holding through. It's doing its thing all right. We'll have more demand for more housing, which I think will continue off into this realm. Let's see, our power's fine. Sewage treatment is getting up there. I think we'll have to add another one of these. Yes. Select everything here. Just the height on that. Hook it up. Alright. That'll take care of our sewage for the time being. Let's see, how's this thing doing on its cleanup? Yeah, a little bit poop water still out there. Okay, everything's moving along. We have not enough workers. Nope, that one just went away, just filled up. I think the industry is pulled somebody into town here. Let's see how this is doing. We want to get this down to where it's not importing anything. And that may take a while. We have filled up our inventory there, looks like. Well, not filled up, 37%. Just looks filled up, 48%. Guys are doing their job. They're chewing the mountain. Ore metals, yeah. And let's see what our storage is like here. Warehouse yard, 16% full of glass. 32%. 0%. 32%. Yeah, it's doing fine. Get this bus. I think I forgot to adjust that line, what it's supposed to be here. Lines overview. Let's see, this line out of town. That's that one there. Great color choice. Looks exactly like the other ones. Yeah, look at that. It shoved a whole bunch of random buses on that line. It doesn't need anywhere near that amount. And I'm gonna select normal buses. We're gonna go maybe 4. It doesn't have that many stops. It does cover a large distance, but it's just going from town to out here. We add another industry out here like oil, it'll increase a little bit. But for the time being, you see we got all these far more buses than are needed. Those buses got to go home. There's our new purple line buses. There's one of them. All right. It's running like a smoothly oiled machine. Whatever that means. Let's take a look at our employment. It's down to 9%. We do have a need for some more commercial, so maybe I'll throw in some more beachfront touristy places. Not a lot. We don't have that great of a need. Our biggest need now is growth, more housing. I think it might be time to start introducing high density. We'll be putting in some buildings. That's where the game really takes off, is when you start putting in high density. It's easy to grow your population. It's very hard to do with single family dwellings like these. Looks kind of nice. Wonder if it can be smoothed out. Probably not. Yeah, not much anyway. I think the best we can do to make that look halfway decent is to try to throw some trees and bushes on the cliff sides. Otherwise, it's just fairly steep. All these houses got nice views until these buildings go up. Isn't city planning wonderful? How's our park doing down here? Yeah, we're making a profit. Small profit. Our attractiveness is 900. Yeah, let's up the ticket price a little bit there. It is a very small park. I don't think it's going to be that attractive to tourists. Alright, well that is a good place to stop, I think. We've got the freeway coming in. We got some real life industries. And we're going to have to grow our population. So I think we'll go into high density next. But for the time being, as always, thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you again tomorrow.